The book I'll be presenting over today is The Underdogs.
From not having a team to play football in the beginning of the season with no coach, not enough players, no uniforms, and living in a poverty-stricken area, to being able to advance throughout the season. The team only having 11 players, which meant they needed to play smart and conservative. The author Mike Lupica made a very good sports fiction book, The Underdogs. This book was published in 2011. The dad of the main character, Will, used to be a star football player in high school until he got cheap shotted, which blew out his knee, and now wanted nothing to do with football, was the coach of the team. Some of the characters in the book are Will, which is the main character, Joe Tyler, the coach, and Will's dad. Some of the main football players throughout the story are Tim, Hannah, and Toby. One of the big conflicts was when a girl named Hannah Grayson wanted to join the team. The team didn't want to accept her, but they needed her for the 11th player. Another player that joined the team was Toby. He joined in late and made a big impact for the team. There are many different areas in the book where you had no idea what was coming, like when Will's best friend Tim was going to move away just a few games away from the end of the season. I'm going to read an excerpt from the book. Hey Thrill. As soon as Will sat up, Will could see from Tim's face that something was wrong. Real wrong. Will thinking he had looked the way he had the first time they watched The Express together, because Tim hadn't known that Ernie Davis was going to die in the end either. Don't worry, Tim said that day. You were never going to see me cry. Until now. We're moving. This wasn't about losing a player. This was about losing the player who was his best friend from the first day of first grade and every day since then. Losing him to Scottsdale, Arizona in 8 days, all because his dad had gotten a much better job at a software company there. Tim explained it all to Will, how if his dad hadn't said yes right away, somebody else's family would be moving to Scottsdale. How the company had already found them a house to rent while they looked at one to buy. How it had already arranged that Tim and his sister could start at the best middle school in Scottsdale a week from Monday. You think you're fast, Thrill? Tim said. This all happened faster. With Tim gone, the team was down another player they needed heading into the end of the season. The team's dedication for working very hard is because they wanted to prove a point that they were the underdogs and they could succeed. They also wanted to play in the championship game like they did the year prior but ended up losing it. Especially Will, because he was one of the reasons they had lost the championship game. Will ended up fumbling the ball with seconds left on the clock when he had the opportunity to score. So Will worked very hard this season to make up for his mistake in the last year's championship game. My reason for reading this book is that I like to read sports book and it is easy to read. I tend to not be able to focus on the book, but with this book I was able to read without dozing off. So if you like an easy sports book, this is the book for you to read. What I also really liked is all the imagery the author used throughout the story. If you want to find out if the team makes it to the championship, read it and find out.